with me. But before we start introducing Matt, I just wanted to say thank you guys. I am so proud of you guys. My viewers has been growing every week, and we had from last week to this week, I believe we hit like about 15,000 people. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you all. Continue watching my shows, and I will surprise you every week. This week, I brought Matt because people are asking me questions. What is that sign? You should be here. We should have brought that sign, Matt.
We could have.
I forgot. Anyways, Matt, go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience.
Hi, I'm Matt Dunford. I live here in San Jose, California, and have had the pleasure of meeting Olive recently.
Right? I'm like, right? I'm a good person to meet. Right.
Absolutely right. So the blue sign.
I did.
It's an invitation, you know.
You know what? I had no idea. This is interesting, right? So I go all over my social media and I see these signs. People are sharing these signs from different parts of the world, and it says, you should be here. I'm like, what is this? You should be here. So anyways, I did a little research and I found out that actually if you like to go on vacations, right? And if you like to do the business and make money, that's a possibility. But forget that. If you just like to go on vacations for probably half the price that you would spend anywhere, or even less than that in some cases, then this is the thing, right?
That's what we love to do. Our blue sign's an invitation to put a little more life in your life.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So go ahead and tell our audience more about this company or this program.
Great.
What does it mean?
Well, how about if I just start off with sharing one of my favorite vacations that we went on?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we have a membership club, and the members get special member-only pricing, so it's exclusive. You can only join the club if you're invited.
Okay.
But the first trip that my wife and I went on was a Mediterranean cruise. It was also the first cruise that I'd ever been on.
Oh.
So now this cruise, it started in Barcelona, Spain, cruised across the Mediterranean, took us to Napoli, and then up to Rome. And while we were on the cruise, they had this huge auditorium on the cruise ship. We were on the Norwegian Epic, and at the time, that was the third largest cruise ship on the ocean.
Nice.
So I think we were about 4,500 passengers. Those were the customers. Then you had the crew to service all of those people. And so we did this cruise. They had this huge auditorium, and the show playing when we were on the cruise ship was the Blue Man Group. Are you familiar with the Blue Man Group?
No.
Think of the Blue Man Group as like a rock concert, a comedy show, and a circus all rolled into one.
Wow, that's exciting.
It was a blast. It was so we had this auditorium that seated several hundred people. The Blue Man Group was up on front. This was all included in the price of the cruise, and it was
the food, the drinks, that's all included.
Absolutely.
Oh wow, I like it already.
And the show that we saw was the exact same show that I'd seen at the Luxor in Las Vegas. So, and we paid a lot for that show in Vegas.
So
this
how
was
much
included.
Did you pay here?
It was included in the price of the cruise.
Wow, that's exciting.
So, like you said, all the food was included for the whole. You know, they say cruise ships are floating buffets, right?
I know, right? Yeah, you come back gaining 10 pounds.
Well, now the great thing about this cruise, though, was because of our membership pricing, we got the whole cruise from Barcelona to Rome for $69 a piece, plus port fees and taxes.
Ouch! Is that even possible?
It is. Some
But
people ask.
You gotta be a member, and you gotta, and like Matt said, it's by invitation only. And trust me, you guys do trust me. That's why you follow me. It's not about selling a product. I'm not bad mouthing car salesmen, but we're not here car people. We're not selling anything, but we're basically just giving you the information that you need to hear, that this possibility is out there. If you want to become a member, all you have to do, you have to get invited. And if you're watching my show, that means you gotta get invited through me. So call me. My number is 510-395-0752. But let's go ahead and tell you guys a little more about how it works. So go ahead and Matt, tell our viewers that what they need to do as far as becoming a member. Do Do they need to come to the meetings? And how many countries or states, is it possibilities out there?
Right. So we have members from all over the world,
Okay.
and the memberships are very affordable. Like you said, everyone has to be invited, so the people would get in touch with you.
Right.
And then we can find a place where they can get more information.
Right.
And
right.
they can get all the information about how the membership works, what the cost is. It's very affordable. Pretty much everybody can afford at least one of the
Right,
levels.
right. And part of the reason is that I'll be honest with you guys, even myself, this is interesting. When I was doing my research, I just went for another meeting to a hotel, and this was happening there just because the word is out there and I've seen that sign everywhere. I kind of had an idea what it was. So I joined the club. I walked into the meeting. I think that was the first time I met Matt and Sherry. And I'll be honest, when I sat in that meeting, I said, oh God, this is another one of those vacation thing. I was 100% wrong. So you got to go to these meetings and you got to go with the open-minded. If you're going to take a chance, well, I did. I said, if I'm going to spend an hour of my time, maybe I'm learning something. And if it's possibility for me to go on vacations and a lot cheaper and maybe even learn the business, if I could make, I don't know, I'm just throwing numbers out there. If I could make $500,000 in 6 months, hey, I'm going to spare an hour. And I did that, and I love it. I do love it. So it is offered in different cities, different states. So all you have to do, doesn't matter what state, what country you're from. We haven't really covered all the countries in the world, but probably soon, right, Matt? Soon.
Well, that's certainly the goal, to make sure and expand where people want to put more life into their life, take more vacations, make more memories with their family, because, that's what we
Right.
all remember. Is we
Right.
remember those times spent together, those trips that we go on.
Right, right. And the thing is, honestly, a lot of families were just, it's so difficult. You're working 8 to 5. In some cases, it's amazing in these meetings that I go, people had like 3, 4 jobs just to make it. It's not easy living in Bay Area, especially Silicon Valley. You gotta make good amount of money. But then the money that you save, you literally spend all that money in the little 2 weeks that you have during a year. To me, it was so unfair. I was wishing of going to a vacation, but I couldn't because, all these, bills you have to be. You're totally tied up with the system. But there's a way. There's a way. You just become a member, and only members get these prices, not if you're not a member. And it has a lot of beautiful things in it. You have a shopping site. You could buy your tickets. Anything you purchase through your own site, you could actually get points dollar to dollar.
Yeah.
And you could use your points towards your booking your tickets anywhere you go, right? And in some cases, even if the system generates, if they find a cheaper price anywhere else than what you booked, they are gonna refund the money that you booked your ticket. So it has a lot of beautiful things once you join. But you have to come to the meetings. This is only 15 minutes. We're not gonna be able to cover everything about the program. But all I'm doing, if you get an invitation, especially if it comes from me, if you're watching the show, go to one of the meetings, learn about the business. Even if you don't want to do the business, just to become a member, put your foot in there because it's growing. It's growing all over world, I should say. Maybe not all the countries, but that's the goal soon. So do you have anything more to add to what we already discussed?
Well, you gave a really good overview. The one thing I think we haven't covered yet is we're building into the membership the ability to earn vacation pay. And so we have the ability now where you can actually earn money towards vacations. And my wife and I just recently went on a trip up to San Francisco, and we paid $0 out of pocket for that because of the things, the features that are in the club that allow us to earn vacations. And so that was a lot of fun going on a Valentine's Day weekend for no cost.
Wow, don't you love that? Yeah, so you made her feel all special and you really didn't spend any money on it. Awesome, smart.
Hey.
And the thing is, once you become a member, now So one person in the family, let's say it's a husband and wife, one becomes, because, maybe they can't afford for everybody to sign up. So let's say one of them sign up. What does one membership covers?
Well, that's the nice thing. The membership covers a whole household.
Okay.
So if you have children in the household up to age 25, they're covered on the membership. Everyone can go in that household using the one membership.
Okay, so now there's 3 level of membership. We're not going to give you prices here, but they're not expensive. But you paid one time, only one time, and then I would say the middle one, the middle membership is my favorite one because one of the benefits is, like I said, you do have a website that has, a lot of stores that you probably shop on regular basis, even Starbucks, Safeway. So you could do your shopping and you get points towards that. And points that you use towards your trips are dollar to dollar. That's one of the beauty things about it. And what else that comes in? Well, when you go on your trip, you're going to probably get picked up by a limo because it is all the vacations, all the trips you go, they are VIP. It's not that you're just going to go to some cheap hotel. All the hotels are 5-star hotels. I'm rushing it because Kwan is about to give me a sign that I have a minute before I go to this music clip. So go ahead and give me a call, 510-395-0752, and just go to one of the meetings that I invite you. You're going to love me for the rest of your life. Olive, thank you, Matt. And we're going to go
Thank
to
you,
this
Olive.
music video, Fresh Kim. I'm guilty. I fast forward. I don't. Okay. All right, welcome back. I hope you like that music video. I totally have a respect and I love Kim. Yeah, I think he did an amazing job on that video. So thank you I'm going to thank him for letting me play his music video. And he is going to be on the show in a couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to that. But here we are with Tanisha Shamay Curry. Here we go. Let's go. Welcome to Tea Time with Olive. You know what? I have to say, I met her through Facebook. I love social media. I meet the most amazing people. So I met her, I should say a couple of years ago, through Facebook. And we send her some messages, chit-chatting back and forth. I wanted to invite her to one of my shows in the past. It just didn't happen. Sometimes things just doesn't happen, so it didn't happen. Anyway, so finally, when I joined this station, I gotta say I have a love for Solomon and for Kwana. They're amazing. They give me this opportunity to be on this, on their station. And the first thing I thought of, believe it or not, I was Tanisha. I said, I got to call her and I got to have her to the show. So welcome.
Thank you for having me. Finally get to meet you.
Right. She is gorgeous. See, good mind, we think alike here. Oh, thank you. So go ahead and tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from Pittsburgh, California. I'm an author, a transformational speaker, and entrepreneur. I also do event planning, but primarily now it's more for motivation, uplifting women,
right,
overcoming things and working through goals and showing them that anything is possible. So my goal in life, I say, my mission is to inspire women and empower them to understand that they deserve the absolute best in life, business, and relationships.
Wow,
because
that's
all those
beautiful.
things tie together,
Absolutely. Now, do you go to some schools? Do you talk with some teenagers or?
I actually teach during the daytime, so.
Oh, okay.
That's how I give back to the children's part of it. But I
right,
also am the CEO of Branches of Community Services.
Oh.
It's a nonprofit that was formed with my grandmother.
Wow.
So my grandparents are actually the founders. So I do, with that nonprofit, with our board, we plan on going on and, getting into the schools and things like that.
How exciting is that? Wow. I love people that do things just to give back to the community. It's awesome. Huge. Yes. So now people tell me all the time, wow, Olive, when do you have time to do all this stuff? When do you find time to do? And she has an amazing, cutest, beautiful daughter. Yes. And you spend so much quality time with her. I just admire you that how much time you spend, but I didn't know you do all this other things on the side. Oh.
I do a lot, but I definitely, first and foremost, before anything, I'm a mom. So I do spend as much time as I can with her. Like even this week,
right.
I took her yesterday or Monday and picked her up and we went to dinner and took her to
how
ice cream and
cute.
spent some time with her and spent the night with her. Well, she's with me every day, but
right.
Just
the quality time.
It's just it's what I'm passionate about. So for me, it's so normal to me that I don't even really feel like it's working.
Right. It's just part of your life.
It's working. I really
right. Part of life, what if, me and her, we got a lot in common, but one of the things we do, our life is on social media, so we're not really hiding. It is what it is. So if you get to know us, that's all it is. That's how you get to know us. So tell me about your books. Now, how many books do you have?
Well, my first published book is called Deep Within I Knew He Wasn't For Me, Ignoring the Red Flags. And it talks about dating and relationships and making sure you don't ignore the red flags, or even when we do, what we discover about ourselves during that time. So more so, not just learning from the red flags, but building your self-awareness, knowing yourself as a woman, understanding your self-worth, and how that all ties into your life.
Wow, did she just say knowing those red flags? Do we see those red flags and we kind of just ignore it? We just keep it moving? I like that.
Sometimes they're hidden. Sometimes,
right? No, they're there, and trust me, I think we know, but we just don't. We just don't acknowledge it. So that's a good book. So where can you find your book?
It's in the Railroad Bookstore in Pittsburgh. It's also in the Avid Reader in Sacramento, but it's also on Amazon. And you can get it through my website also,
And what is your,
ShamaySpeaks.com.
say it one more time, say it slowly so people can find you on your website.
ShamaySpeaks.com. So that's SHAMAY speaks.com.
All right. And can they follow you on social media?
Oh yeah, you can pretty much Google me, but you can find me, right. You might find out too much. No, but you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I do post a lot of inspirational videos, and I make sure that I'm very honest and real with it, so I can connect with everyone. Just
she
like you
sure
are.
is. She sure is. And I am too. Honestly, that's the beautiful thing that I found very comforting. I know a lot of people talk about social media. Oh, I don't want all the time on social media and this and that. But I think if you have a business or if you have positive messages, and a lot of people do follow your messages and they learn a lot. I think it's very educational. So now you have 2 books, right?
I have 2 other books that I'm featured in. One is Igniting the Vision and Stand Up, Be Heard. And those are a collection of short stories from other amazing empowering women. So I'm co-authored in those books, but I do have a book that's coming out on July 9th, and I'm featuring 10 amazing women. Hey, ladies. So I'm helping them become authors by being in the book, and I'm also helping them with my workshops to write their own books. So I'm definitely empowering them to accomplish goals, and it's definitely an amazing feeling. So
how they could just send you, let's say, an email, or how could, if they're interested, because that's the part you got me now. Now, the thing with my show is it's pretty real. I don't prepare any questions. My audience know, because I like to be real. And now this is the first time I heard that you're actually helping other, probably I should say younger ones. I shouldn't say guys or girls. Whoever's interested in becoming a writer, then you have, you will teach them, you will guide them, because I'm sure as you were going through it, you probably made a lot of mistakes. So you don't you want to prevent that for them.
Right. So it's definitely a beauty to be able to do that. That's why I thought about doing this compilation, because one thing is breaking through barriers, overcoming a lot of different things, but there's many people, especially women, we want to write books. And so as I came out with my book, a lot of women asked me how I did it, and I thought, wouldn't it be awesome to be able to help them accomplish their goals and teach them everything that I've learned. I don't know it all, but I can take you there, and I'm very confident that I can definitely do that. So, and the group of women that I'm around is also awesome. And it's, I'm from Pittsburgh. There's not a lot of positive things out there sometimes. So I think it's awesome to be able to create a network of positive women.
You know what, having, one of the things that I usually talk about, we women, if we unite and we support each other, there's so much we could do in the world, and sometimes, unfortunately, we women, we're the one that really judge each other based on, based on color, weight, looks, height. Look at me. I'm sitting next to Shamay. I'm really short. And she's a lot taller than me and beautiful. And the talent that she has, I don't have. So I really admire you. I love the fact that, that you're helping other, especially young girls, young women, that, in today's world, they have, I see a lot of young girls, they go through depression. They have so much issues, and you're helping them, and a lot of them probably have the qualities that they don't even know they have.
Yeah, definitely.
So you will help them to bring out the qualities in them. That's absolutely
It's definitely,
great.
Inspiring just to have some of the ladies I work with tell me that, they're happy to be working with me and the difference that I've made in their life. So it's definitely helps me sleep better at night, and helps me know that I'm walking, in my purpose, which takes a long time for some of us to get there. So, I definitely, but I also admire you. You're consistent, you're very visible and you're very consistent. I appreciate, you coming, having me come on here. Like you said, we all have different talents, but it's better to support each other, and be transparent. I have, I had an event, a girls talk event with Andrea Taylor in Pittsburgh on Saturday, and it was geared towards the youth. So half the room was teenage girls, and it was really nice. And she talked about being transparent. And then at church on Sunday, they talked about being transparent. So a lot of times as women, we don't want to be transparent. And that's where the beauty comes in, where the realness comes from. And that's how we heal and grow together and be able to support each other by being transparent. And I really had a lesson with that this weekend. So that was awesome.
Great. Now, I know you have something coming up, right? Or did I miss that?
Oh, I do have a dream board workshop. So it's like putting your dreams on a board and being able to look at them every day, keeping you focused. I actually I went to church and I feel like God put it on my heart to offer it for free. So if anybody's interested, you can RSVP. You got to RSVP for a head count, but you can text me at 925-421-0221. And there's light refreshments and all the supplies that you need. And I'm here to help you get your goals started. It's 2016, and if you're blessed to have another day, you might as well go for it.
Wow. She was not afraid to. I'm having issues. My earphones here.
That's okay.
She was not afraid to share her phone number. So because of that, can you repeat it one more time?
It's area code 925-421-0221.
And so now let's say that, if you have a business idea or you already
if you're interested in
have
self-publishing, I can help you. I'll be starting up my self-publishing workshops in the summer, so you can follow my Facebook, and I'll definitely be posting that information there.
Okay. Now do you only do it in Pittsburgh, or do you do it in different cities?
So far, it's just in Pittsburgh, but I mean, I hopefully do want to expand, but right now it's just in Pittsburgh,
Okay.
Can't spread myself too thin just yet.
So
in the future.
let's say if we have a school or we have an organization or it could be a church, are you open to invitation if they invite you to come
yeah.
and,
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. I'm all for it.
All right.
Definitely supporting the youth too. But before I forget, I'm gonna give you the book. I finally brought you one.
Oh my God.
And I
know
autographed it
my-
for you.
I just love
So you
this
finally get to read it.
cover. Oh my God, look at this. Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah, my friend Sean Smith, Knox Smith Magazine that I told you about,
yes,
he designed that
yes,
book. So
yes.
give him a
And
shout out.
Look at the cover. That picture is just worth to get the book.
Thanks,
so they
Nicole
can find
Barton.
the book on the Amazon. Right?
Amazon, on my website,
Okay.
or in the Pittsburgh